What is up, Jabronis Archangel here, bringing you ass clowns a fresh Halo commentary, playing some Warzone. This gameplay is from earlier on in my Halo 5 game. It's not anything recent. I don't talk so much about the gameplay itself. I get into more about the REQ points later on, but I do want to talk about and touch bases on the recent hot topic about Halo 5. There seems to be controversy about the ending of the game. Now, I've beaten the game on Legendary already, so I've seen the ending, I've seen the Legendary ending. The ending isn't bad. It's just a cliffhanger, and people hate cliffhanger endings, especially in gaming. Movies, people tend to understand what the point of cliffhanger. They see it as a setup for the next game. Gamers hate cliffhangers, even if they know for a fact that it's just a setup for the next game. They don't like it. Mass Effect had a cliffhanger ending, they hated it. Games that have cliffhanger endings are hated among the gaming industry. Then again, in this industry, everything's hated. Anyways, the ending sets up the next game. Kind of like how Halo 2's ended with Master Chief getting onto a Covenant ship, he says with the classic "finish the fight" line. And that is the ending of Halo 2. So Halo is not a stranger to cliffhanger endings. There's always a cliffhanger in most games where they're completely positive that there's going to be a next game. And don't forget, Halo 5 is the beginning of a trilogy. There's going to be at least two more Halo games with a very small chance of an 8. So there's Halo 5, 6, and 7. That's what we know so far. So it's not a surprise that there's going to be another game. Now Halo 5 kind of have a similar setup for the next game, with the next game ending. When I watched the cutscenes after finishing the mission, it made me want Halo 6, because this is going to be an interesting game. And by this I mean Halo 6 is going to be very interesting just based off that cliffhanger ending. Now I don't think people complaining about the ending understands exactly what just happened and what's going on and what we're possibly going to see and what the repercussions are from what just happened so far in the game lore. And I'm not going to spoil the game at all, but it does make Halo 6 very interesting. Halo 6 is going to be very interesting. If you beat Halo 5 already, you know what I'm talking about. You know, well, if you're not one of the people who are complaining, you understand what I mean, how interesting the Halo 6 is going to be. Halo 2 is going to be really interesting, so no, I don't have a problem with the ending whatsoever, because I like cliffhangers. It gets me thinking, it gets me wanting to delve into the lore, it gets me wanting to go back and play other games, it gets me wanting to go back and read some of the books and watch some of the shows just to see if I miss anything. You know, it gets me talking. That's what made this video, because it has my attention, it gets me talking. It makes me do research, makes me backtrack. I like to do things like that, and I assume most people would too. If you're into the Halo campaign, I would assume you're an intellectual who wants to know all these details. So because of that, I don't see a cliffhanger ending as a bad thing. I see it as another stepping stone to the next game that's going to draw more people into it who finished Halo 5. So changing the subject a little bit, I want to talk about REQ points. Some people like Angry Joe have been complaining about registration points. I don't understand the complaints. Yes, it's a microtransaction, but you still don't have to spend a single dime on them if you don't want to. And for a game that's not charging for multiplayer DLC, I don't think microtransactions is a bad thing. I made a video before, a long time ago, back when I first started the channel, about microtransactions and what's the good things about it and what's the bad things about it. In Halo, they do microtransactions in a good way. Hey, we're giving you free DLC, and we have these things called REQ packs that you can get in the game by getting a certain amount of points after you win, or you can spend $2.99 to buy yourself if you want to. I don't see that as a bad thing. You know, what people think is silly to me. You know, first off, they're giving you the DLCs. Do you expect a free service? They gotta pay these guys to make this game. They gotta pay these guys to make those DLCs. They gotta feed their families, so they need to make money some way. If they're not gonna give you a season pass or $15 DLC, so they figured out, why not? If people want to, give them the option to spend $3 for a gold pack. Those gold packs that someone will spend $3 for is going to help developers work on all the DLC, so you won't have to spend $15 on a DLC pack. Do you see what I'm saying here? It's not a bad thing. Plus, I believe they've already came out and said most of the money gained from microtransactions will be used as prize money for Halo tournaments. So what's the bad thing here? I don't understand the bad. You know, like Angel's video, he mentioned like it's gonna take you 12 games just to get one gold pack. It takes me like 4 or 5 games to get a gold pack. I mean, if you're like on the bottom of the leaderboard not getting shit done, sure, it's gonna take you a while to get a gold pack because you suck. Just being honest. But if you're good at the game, you're gonna get gold packs pretty often. Every 4 or 5 games, you'll probably get a gold pack. I don't know. I watched Angry Joe's Halo review, and I was sitting there thinking he's really nitpicking and finding things to complain about. And a lot of the issues he had with the game was his own fault, like not knowing the game didn't have split screen, like it wasn't announced months before, which they did. They announced split screen would not be in Halo 5 months before the game came out, but he said in his review like he didn't know, and like they didn't give any information out on it at all. You know, so I like Angry Joe. I mention his channel a lot on my channel. This is one of the reviews I'm just sitting there going, what are you talking about? Because a lot of his negatives, he gave the game an average score. A lot of his negatives to me which is still silly. And I hate when people do this. They go, I'm a serious diehard fan, so I know what I'm talking about. And he did that a lot. I hate people do that. Don't do that. It makes me, because in my head, when you sit there and go, but I'm a diehard fan, it makes me think you're not a diehard fan, because it's like you're apologizing to yourself. That's what that sounds like. It's like someone who insults a football team when they go, but it's my favorite team, so I can insult them. It's like you're apologizing to yourself. And that's what his review came off as. It's like he's apologizing to himself. And it goes back to what I said before about negative. What do you say when you have a platform like his? He has like 2 million subscribers. When you have that kind of platform, you are giving false information to a community. And that's what he was doing with his review, make it seem like Microsoft did not give any information out on microtransactions or on split screen. Anyways, I'm having fun with the game. I enjoy it. I like it a lot. I like red points because it rewards for playing a game. I'd much rather have the similar leveling and unlock system of Halo Reach, but it isn't bad. I like the red points. It's pretty cool. But it'd be pretty cool if they had a combination of both of the red points and the Halo Reach style of leveling and unlocking for armor and helmets. I do wish you can like permanently keep like certain weapons like for your loadout, like a plasma pistol. But you know, it is what it is. I don't hate it. It's cool. I like it. Multiplayer is fun. I'm enjoying myself. I assume most people who are playing it are joining, because there's a lot of people playing Halo 5 right now in terms of like the multiplayer. People aren't really playing the single player too much, but the multiplayer is being played. Anyways, that's it for the video, guys. If you have any thoughts, leave them in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Peace.
My friends' lives are now simplified with simplified new healthcare with a due date to have it, no one exempt from fines. I made mistakes that I learned from, had thoughts of a delinquent. The sway of life I had to delete quick. You're all the same, is there any lady who does not need a diamond or emerald? And I